Hello students, my name is Prashant. In this session, I am going to discuss about the third chapter of science, that is fiber to fabric. Fiber to fabric, chapter number 3. So few important points I am going to discuss here, but it is always a better habit to read the science chapter. Always try to read the science lesson line by line. You should read it. The textbooks are provided for the students to read the lesson, okay, not just to keep it in the bag or only to by heart the question and answer. You have to read the whole lesson from first word to the last word, and if you face any difficulty or if you don't understand any sentence or if you face any new word, then you have to underline it. You should know the meaning of it, how to pronounce it. Okay, all these things you have to do while reading. It may be anything, it may be social studies, it may be science, except maths you have to concentrate how the teacher is going to solve. You have to remember the steps. Other than maths, all textbooks you have to read line by line, then only you can understand the lesson. So the chapter number 3 already I provided the notes for this lesson. Today I am going to discuss a very important points of this lesson. Okay, so fiber to fabric, all of you can open the textbook, there is no problem. Page number 25 is here. You just open chapter number 3, fiber to fabric. Okay, so in the title only I can see two words, fiber and fabric, and you are well aware with the word fabric, the meaning of the fabric means clothing. Okay, so you don't have any problem with the fabric. But what is the meaning of fiber andre ಏನು? What is the exact meaning of fiber? So fiber can be few people write fiber spelling as a F-I-B-R. Okay, don't get confused, both spellings are correct. If you write F-I-B-R-E or if you use F-I-B-E-R, both are correct. Okay, the meaning of both words is same only, but in the lesson it is taken as a F-I-B-R-E, therefore I am using F-I-B-R-E, fiber. So fiber word is taken from a Latin word, okay, fibra. Fiber word in English is taken from a Latin word fibra. Fibra is a Latin word. Okay, from this Latin word this fiber word is taken. So what is the meaning of fibra in Latin? Fibra means single elongated piece. In Latin, fibra means a single elongated piece. ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಉದ್ದವಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪೀಸಿಗೆ ಫೈಬ್ರಾ ಅಂತ ಲ್ಯಾಟಿನ್ ಒಳಗಂತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಫೈಬರ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ವರ್ಡ್ ಹುಟ್ಕೊಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನೌ ಇನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಫೈಬರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಥ್ರೆಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಥ್ರೆಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ substance whose length is more than width. Okay, the exact word meaning of fiber in English is thread like substance whose length is more than a width. Okay, whose length is more than the width. This is width and this is the length. A thread like substance whose length is more than a width is known as a fiber. Actually, etymology means a fiber word meaning in English is like this. Okay, but in science it changes. Okay, anything which is looks like thread, we can't call it as a fiber. It is different, but I am going for the exact meaning of fiber in English, and it is taken from the Latin word fibra. Okay, in Latin fibra means single elongated piece. Single elongated piece. Single elongated means one which is stretched, one which is a stretched piece. ಒಂದೇ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಚ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥ ಪೀಸಿಗೆ ಫೈಬ್ರಾ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಫೈಬರ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ವರ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂತು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಲೆಸನ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಫೈಬರ್ ಟು ಫ್ಯಾಬ್ರಿಕ್. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾವ ಥರ ಫೈಬರ್ನ ಕ್ಲೋತ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. In last year, that is in 6th standard, already you are well aware with the fibers which are obtained from the plants. Fibers which are obtained from the plants like cotton, jute, okay, flax, vagasse, okay, many fibers are there. Actually, almost all grains, fruits, vegetables, everything contains a small amount of fibers only. Okay, these fibers actually known as a roughage also, which helps in the digestion of food. Fibers main work is to provide a strength and stability for the plants. Okay, to give one structure to the fruit. The leaf gets a strength. The leaf gets a strength with the help of fibers. So everywhere fiber is present. In woods fiber is there. Okay, everywhere fiber is there. So already you are well aware with the fibers which are extracted from the plants. In this lesson we are going to discuss about fibers from animal sources. Fibers from animal source. Okay, even though I will make one flow chart. So fiber I can classify, mainly I can classify any fiber which is present on the earth into two categories, into large two categories. That is one from natural fiber, another one is a man-made fiber. Fiber na ಎರಡು ಭಾಗವಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಒಂದು ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಫೈಬರ್, another one is a man-made, you can say artificial, you can say synthetic. Totally you can assign three names for it: man-made, artificial or synthetic. Especially synthetic word is used. Man-made fiber, or we can use synthetic fibers also. We can largely classify fibers into two categories. One is a natural fiber, another one is a man-made or a synthetic fiber. Again, in natural fiber I can classify the fibers into again three categories. First one is from plant source. The fibers which we get from the plants like cotton, jute, okay, flax, these are obtained from the plants. Next, from animal source. Third category is minerals means what? They occur naturally from the interior of the earth in the form of ores. Okay, we get it naturally, we find it in the earth crust, or by digging into the earth we get these fibers. So we generally classify natural fiber into fibers from plant source, fibers from animal source, and minerals. Few example for plant sources are cotton, hemp, jute, bagasse which is fiber obtained in the sugar cane. Bagasse is a fiber obtained from the sugar cane. After crushing the sugar cane, while after removing the juice from the sugar cane, the remaining waste is known as a bagasse. Have you observed that it's full of threads? No. Even though if you eat sugar cane, after removing all juice from it, it's left with a small thread like substances. That is nothing but a fiber only. That is known as a bagasse. Jute, hemp, cotton. Okay, these are all the examples of fibers from plant source. Now let's come to the animal source. Okay, in animals, I will tell you, almost all animals produce fibers. Even in my body, these hairs are also nothing but a fibers only. Hairs. Okay, even in a single cell also, human cells or in any animal cells, the shape of the cell is maintained by the help of fibers only. There are many thin thread like structures. There are many fibers in our muscles. Okay, so I can say you can observe fibers everywhere, but only few fibers can be utilized to make it a commercial business. Okay, I cannot make sweaters from the hairs of the humans. They are not suitable. They are used for something else. So for a completely commercial business, we have few animals whose fur or whose hair is very useful to produce a new material. Okay, we will see that. So in animal source, silkworm, silkworm is a worm. It's one insect. It also produces a thread like structure that is known as a silk. The fiber produced by a silkworm is known as silk. Okay, silkworm, silk. Spider web. Spider web is also a form of a fiber only. Spider web. Have you observed the spider web? Thin thread like structures are there, no, in spider web. They are all nothing but a fiber only. Okay, spider web. Wool. See, wool is produced by many different animals: sheep, goat, yak. Okay, even camels. Many animals produce this wool. This wool is also a type of fiber only. Then hairs, human hairs or hairs present on other animals are also known as a fibers only. Okay. And remember, all fibers from plant source are made from cellulose. Remember this, cellulose. Okay, remember, all plant source fibers are made from cellulose. All plant fibers are made from cellulose. What do you mean by cellulose? Cellulose is a type of a carbohydrate. In a very simple way, I can say glucose. Glucose is C6H12O6. If you join one glucose with another glucose, a continuous chain of glucose is nothing but a cellulose. Okay, cellulose is mainly found in grass, outer shells of any seed. Okay, ಯಾವುದೇ ಹಣ್ಣು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇರೋ ಕವರ್ಸ್ ಏನಿರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, all are made up of cellulose. the bark of the tree. This cellulose is very tough to digest. Only ruminants, ruminants means what's here, cow, buffaloes, grass eating animals can only digest this cellulose, and few bacteria. Other than that, humans don't have the capacity to digest this cellulose. So almost this cotton, hemp, jute, if you eat all these things, you will not get any energy out of this. Okay. These all work as a roughage for you. Take us one seed of a wheat. Inside you can get a glucose, but outside whatever the covering of that wheat is there, no, in brown color, that is nothing but a cellulose. The cellulose main function is to protect the seed. Okay. Not all animals are capable of digesting the cellulose. So all plant source fibers are made from the cellulose, whereas all animal source fibers are made from protein. All animal source fibers are made from protein. Okay, protein. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಎನಿಮಲ್ ಇಂದ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗೋ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಫೈಬರ್ಸನ್ನು ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಇಂದಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅವರ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಹೇರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್. Therefore, doctors advise to take a good amount of protein in our diet. They advise to eat egg, almonds, other nuts. Okay, protein rich food we have to eat to get a good and shiny hairs, to get a good skin also. So because our hairs are completely made up of protein, all animal source fibers are there, no, everything is made up of a protein only, whereas all plant source fibers are made from a cellulose. Remember this point. And minerals, see, these are the naturally available fibers. The earth, while digging, we get a few minerals which are fibers in nature. Okay, the examples is asbestos. Where you can see this asbestos in old iron boxes, a shiny layer, a flaky like substance is used. Okay, in old iron boxes we can see this asbestos. This asbestos is a naturally occurring fiber, that is a mineral, naturally occurring mineral, which is a fibers, completely made up of fibers. Okay, this is that how we can divide. Here man-made fibers, you will learn the man-made fibers in the upcoming, in the next classes, that is in 8th, 9th or 10th. The example for man-made fibers are nylon and rayon. Okay, nylon, the thread or the rope which you use in your home. Okay, to dry the clothes, now you put, after washing the clothes, you use few ropes to dry it outside the home. Those ropes are made from the nylon. Okay, this nylon is made by the humans by using some chemicals. Nylon, rayon. Okay, some sheets are made from the rayon. These are the man-made or a synthetic fibers, we can say. Okay, this is just a small introduction to this lesson. In the next session I will discuss about animal fibers. Okay, animal fibers I will discuss. This is just introduction to the lesson. Okay, try to read the lesson line by line. Yeah, I will see you in next session. Thank you and all. Have a nice day. Bye.